Now Darren Farwell of the Farwell Group joins us and continues to share information so we can reach our goals for retirement and achieve peace of mind when it comes to investing. Good morning, Darren.
Good morning, Marilyn, and happy Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween. Boo.
I guess you won't be going out trick-or-treating this year.
No, I won't, and I don't anticipate many of us will be.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking this year maybe I'll just dress up in my costume and look at myself in the mirror.
Well, that might make you smile.
Well, speaking of Halloween, Halloween does come each year, and while it surely will be different this year around, no doubt there's still going to be lots of kids, yes, and even some adults in costumes. So there'll still be some, spooky and scary people walking around, some spooky and scary sights, and some tricks or treats. Then when the sun finally rises in the morning, the intensity of scary will subside and we'll carry on with our lives. So Marilyn, I've spent 30 plus years as a financial advisor, and with my university days and my teen years poring over the stock pages with my dad, most things in my life ultimately relate back to investing in the stock market these days. Well, so does Halloween. It reminds me that short term, things can look scary and spooky. Sometimes you don't know if you're going to get a trick or a treat. But then a new day dawns and things begin, to look brighter again. It's kind of like my grandmother used to say. I used to call her Mother. She always said, "This too will change." And actually saying her name made me kind of miss her a bit on Halloween. Anyway, when the stock market crashes, which, fortunately it does not nearly as regularly as Halloween comes, it is scary. But time passes, and the stock market just gets better again. In 1906, the stock market crashed. Then it went to new all-time highs. It crashed again in 1929, in 1937, in 1968, in the year 2000, and many of us remember 2008. And always, every time, it recovered and went on to new highs. So in the midst of a year that, has scared a lot of us, yes, because the stock market did crash in February, that's already gotten better, but also because of the challenges of dealing with COVID, and at an individual level, there has been real suffering. For some of these scary days will have lasting consequences. I don't want to minimize that. Yet at the level of our economy and the stock market, things will get better, such that, taking that long-term view rather than getting caught up in the breaking news, the flashy videos on TV, and the produced precisely to be scary reporting, focusing away from the short-term scary stuff and looking to the long term will actually help protect your wealth over time. It will help allow you to stay focused on the people and things that bring you the most joy. So here are 3 tips for dealing with the scary things that pop up as part of the regular cycle of our economy and the stock market. Number 1, make sure your income, the money you need to support your lifestyle month to month for the next 3 to 5 years, is tucked away in something safe and sound. Now, preferably not just in GICs and cash. Rates are just too low these days. We do have some alternatives than GICs and cash that are low risk, but that's another story for another day. If you want to hear more, feel free to call. Number 2, have a professional, and not necessarily an investment advisor, just work with a professional, someone who you can trust to give good, reliable advice. Because having someone like that to talk to, having someone who can give you a sound second opinion is really important, because that sound second opinion can often help you avoid some of the common and easy to make investment mistakes that can actually cost you a lot over the long term. Number 3, work with your professional advisor, or whichever advisor that is, whether it's someone at your local bank branch, whether it's a friend or a relative who really knows what they're doing, your accountant, whoever it is. Deal with this professional advisor to create your personal long-term plan so that when things get scary in the short term, you can look at your long-term plan and find confidence in the long term. And if you don't have someone you can trust to work with, if you don't have a professional on your team, if your current advisor hasn't done your plan for you, find someone to be on your side. Get that reliable professional help.
Well, I'm surprised that you didn't say call the Farwell Group, but the fact is that that's what I recommend. I feel that you have the experience and you have the desire to help people, and you have a picture, a big picture that you can show people so that they can have confidence in the future. So if someone wants to talk to you and get a second opinion and see if they're on track, how do we reach you?
They can feel free to call 416-863-7501, or you can connect us through our website, thefarwellgroup.ca.
So the farwellgroup.ca, there's a link from my website, marilyns.ca. You can ask your questions, get your answers, and then sleep at night knowing that you've done the best you can to safeguard your finance and have a retirement that you'll enjoy. The phone number again, 416-863-7501. The Farwell Group, a team of experts that will answer your questions and give you the information that you need so that you can sleep peacefully at night, even on scary, spooky Halloween nights. Thank you, Darren.
You're welcome. And Marilyn, again, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.